Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am taking you on a drive to Crawford County, Illinois. It's Robinson, Illinois. I've never been there before. So I'm going there for a hiring event, and I get tired whenever I drive, but that is part of my job now. Even thinking about it makes me tired, and then whenever I yawn, my eyes water, which is the worst thing in the world, especially after you've done your makeup. Like, I hate it so much. But anyway, so this is my plan for not falling asleep and dying. Just gonna post, or not post, I mean, this is just for me, basically talking to myself and looking at myself. But I figured this is a good way to keep myself occupied and not fall asleep and dying. Oh my god, you can see, oh, it's the best lighting. Anyway, so, H-Low here. I got coffee. And I'm out. Awesome. I think I have, I only have 20 minutes left. Sorry, I'm looking at the GPS. Anyway, what to talk about? So it's super rainy right now. I don't even know if you can hear me over the rain, but we're just gonna keep it going. Okay, actually, just thought of something. So, I follow Trisha Paytas and Jason Nash. So, of course, I found Jason through Trisha. And I've watched her channel on and off for years. I really do like her, and I think she's smart. A lot more smart than she lets on a lot of times. But I don't know, some of her videos are just way too out there for me, and I know she has a different, like, I don't know, like, she's a little more quirky than the average person, which isn't bad. It's just, you know, some of her videos, like I'm a chicken nugget or whatever, like, are lost on me, and actually sometimes makes me wonder why I watch her, but it's okay. I just ignore those and watch the content that I want. Because actually, related but unrelated for a moment, I decided a while ago that I wasn't going to unsubscribe from people that, oh, and by the way, I'm talking about YouTube. Oh my god, brain's jumping all over the place. I wasn't going to unsubscribe from people on YouTube that I really liked but started getting bored of their content, because at the end of the day, I like them as people, as far as I know of them, you know, for what they put out on the internet. And even though I'm not necessarily interested in their content anymore, I do want to support them. And I am not someone who buys a lot of merch, just because, you know, I'm an adult and my money goes towards the electric bill and stuff like that, so I don't really put it in my budget. So anyway, I don't buy a lot of merch, so I feel like that's one way I can support them, even if I'm not, like, super interested in their content anymore. So anyway, that's why I've kind of been on and off on her content, because I stay subscribed, but I'm just not always interested all the time. So anyway, I saw last night that she posted the video about them breaking up because she's fat, and she is killing me, Smalls. Just fucking killing me. She was talking about how during an interview that she and Jason were doing, he was saying, like, he was comparing them as a couple to, I guess, another well-known couple, but he said, we're like them, only we're fat, or something like, or fatter. And apparently she really took offense to it, and whenever she confronted him about it, then he was just like, you're taking this too seriously. Like, I wasn't calling you fat, I was just commenting on, that we are heavier than them. And apparently she took the word heavier, she's just like picking these words, and she was even more offended by that. And I just, if this is real, which maybe it's not, I don't know, but if this is real, she needs some help, because he wasn't calling her fat to her face in a malicious, like, mean way. He didn't walk up to her and say, you're fat and you need to lose weight. It was for a reality show, and he was trying to be, like, relatable and funny and self-deprecating, and she took offense, and I can understand that 100%. There are some days where I'm more sensitive. Maybe, her hormones are a little off balance, because maybe she's gonna start her period. I know whenever I'm about to start, like whenever I'm PMSing, I am more sensitive, and that's okay, but you don't make life decisions just because you're a little sensitive that day. Like, anyway, so apparently, shit. Apparently I'm going the wrong way. God damn it. Shit balls. Hold on. Gotta figure out how to turn around. Turn around. I guess there's like a U-turn coming up. God. Son of a bitch!
In half a mile, make a U-turn at County Road SE 200 South Hickory Corner Road.
You guys can hear the navigation, but it's telling me I'm stupid and I need to turn around. I got it. So anyway, apparently, I guess she let like a couple days pass,
Make a U-turn at County Road SE 200
she
South
just
Hickory
decided
Corner Road.
that she couldn't move past that. Which again, like, he is not like an abusive boyfriend. He is a nice guy.
West for
She has said that. She has said how kind and good for her he is. And he didn't say it to be abusive. He didn't even say it to be mean. He didn't even say it in a way that was like, hey babe, I really need to talk to you. You're getting heavy. Like, you need to do something about it.
In a quarter mile, keep right at the fork.
During
all signs for US 41 North US.
A reality show
West.
interview that apparently they were going to be filming. And so he was just coming up with commentary, I guess. So I just,
keep right at the fork.
I really don't understand her, because she broke up with him for it. And she said that is the reason why they broke up.
West for 13
and she was saying how heartbroken she was and how hurtful it was, and I don't understand, because I've been married 7 years, 7 years, and we've been together for almost 11 years. 11 years in August. And while we do our hardest not to like name call or like hit below the belt and things like that, which can be a natural thing people tend to do whenever they get into fights, just because of human nature. We try not to. And so, anyway, besides that, or that's beside the point, throughout your relationship, your spouse or your significant other, they're going to say things that hurt your feelings. But if you're in a healthy relationship, then it's going to be unintentional. So, of course, if you have a spouse or a partner that is intentionally hurting you, then yes, by all means, dump that asshole and get as far away from them as you possibly can. But if it's unintentional, then you need to work through that and move on. Like, maybe that's part of your personal growth, that you need to understand it was unintentional, and that you have things that you need to work through and whatever. So maybe you go to therapy and talk about it. Or maybe, you can even hold a small little grudge as you try to work through it with your partner, like talking about it and having a dialogue. But you don't just break up with them. And part of the reason was she said he didn't say sorry. And that's a hard thing to, that's difficult, because he didn't do it intentionally, and he didn't even make a bad joke and intentionally or unintentionally call her fat or something. He was just comparing both of their bodies. Again, let's not forget that he was talking about himself too. He wasn't just talking about Trisha. And she's making him, or she's demanding basically that he apologize, and he didn't apologize. So that's part of the reason why she broke up with him, or at least the reason that she gave in her video. And I just don't understand, I get it. If I unintentionally hurt my husband's feelings, I would say I'm sorry. However, that first discussion that maybe doesn't go very well whenever he tells me that I hurt his feelings, and I'm like, what? No, I didn't. Really? I didn't mean it that way. I could see that kind of conversation not going the best, and me not being like, I'm sorry, right away. Maybe we have a second discussion after we've both kind of wound down from that, and I'm like, hey, listen, I did think about it, and I am sorry. Of course I didn't mean it intentionally, and I would never hurt you in that way. I know it's a big, it's a big deal for you, and I'm so sorry that I hurt your feelings. But she didn't even, doesn't seem like she gave him that opportunity. It was just they had a disagreement over it. He didn't say I'm sorry, and she decided she couldn't move past it. So that was it. Trisha, you have said yourself that Jason is the best person for you, that he is the most caring, the most giving, all of those things. But you let him go for an unintentional comment? I just can't. If this is real, then this should be the moment you realize you need to get help. Get professional help. Because if you don't, you're never going to have a long-lasting, healthy relationship. You won't. And I feel so bad for Jason, because I can't even see like him getting back together with her if she does get past it and then come to him and say, I'm so sorry, let's get back together, if, you know, whatever. Because even though she didn't make a video technically bashing him, I mean, that video is a pretty embarrassing video for him, being like, yeah, look at what I had to put up with, or like, I'm sure there's plenty of people in his life that are going to be like, why would you get back together with her? She really is kind of toxic and maybe isn't the best for you, even though you're probably the best for her. Maybe it's not reciprocal. And I don't see how he would get back together with her, because it just, he's a fairly mature guy. He's got kids. Like, he's well into his 40s. I just don't see him having the energy to go back and forth and keep up with that drama. But again, what I've been kind of touching on throughout this whole rant, I guess, is, who knows? Maybe it's fake. They do have a live show coming up. She did say that she was going to be staying off social media for a while. It was a little odd because when she talked about her Patreon, which are her private accounts that you have to like subscribe to, she did say very specifically that she was going to take a break for a month. And that was pretty odd, because everywhere else she was like, you know, on my social media, I'm going to take a break. I'm not going to post sponsored content or anything like that, even though I had it planned. I'm just going to take a break for a while. I'm going to go away and I'm going to come back and have lost weight and never talk about it again. But for her Patreon, she said she would be back in like a month, or I can't remember how she phrased it, but she said it wasn't an approximate. It wasn't like she was like, I'll be back in probably like a month. No, she was like, I'll be back in a month. Something like that. It was a very like specific month time frame. So it kind of makes me wonder if this is a planned thing. She also mentioned that they would figure out how they're going to do or like deal with their live show, whether they were going to refund tickets, or she did say that people would get refunds, but she wasn't sure how they were going to handle the live show. And so I feel like there's enough of an opening, or like this situation was left open-ended enough that it could be something for publicity, or it could be fake or whatever. Or maybe she just knows herself and knows she's going to feel bad about this and regret her decision and try to get back with Jason. I guess time will tell. It is, even for like a fan or like a consumer of their content, it is pretty exhausting to me. I know it's not my drama, it's not my life, it's just me watching from the outside, but seriously, it can be exhausting. I wish she was like a friend that I could reach out to and be like, girl, listen, you made a mistake, what are you doing? Like, get your shit together. But I can't. Like, I can write that on her like YouTube or social media accounts, but she's not going to see it. But it's just so frustrating to me, because every single comment that I saw was like, Trisha, you're beautiful, you're not fat, like, no one should ever speak to you in that way. And yes, she is beautiful, but no one's being like, girl. Everybody's kind of taking her side and being like, I've unfollowed Jason and he's not a bad guy, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, he made a comment that
In half a mile, turn left toward Illinois 1 North.
like stuck with her that day and, you know, continued on. But like, he made a comment that really got to her. Yes.
Turn left
However,
toward Illinois 1 North.
it was not in a malicious way, and he should not be villainized for it. He should not be villainized for the fact that she
1,000 feet, continue straight.
is being sensitive about this. But again, I'm not saying that she's
Head southeast.
wrong to, like,
In 600
let
feet,
that get
continue
to her.
straight.
I'm just saying,
Continue straight,
because
then
I
turn
would
left to
probably feel
Illinois
the same
1
way.
North.
Like, I'm sure that would kind of not make me feel good. However,
Turn left
I would not
onto Illinois
make
1 North.
like a life-changing decision to break
Continue
up
on
with
Illinois
my
1 North for
husband
17
or
miles.
my significant other because they hurt my feelings in a completely unintentional way. Oh my God, I could go on for hours. Anyway, again, I guess time will tell. That was just posted last night. I don't know when they actually broke up because just like the day before, or, you know, 12 hours before, they both posted and shared or whatever the YouTube video about them being or them taking the lie detector test. And they both, even on their social medias, whenever they shared the video, they seemed pretty like lighthearted about it, and or like even Trisha was. So it seemed like it was something that happened pretty recently, maybe shortly after the video went up, but I don't know. And apparently Jason's at VidCon, so he probably, even if he wanted to, he probably couldn't do much as far as a like statement or anything like that. Oh, and then I almost forgot, Shane Dawson did kind of like get involved, so that kind of makes me wonder if it is real, or if at least he thinks it's real, and like if it's not real, she didn't tell him yet, that it's, you know, just kind of to amp up like publicity for the stuff they've got going on coming up. But he like posted a sweet message and a picture of her during a time that she was hanging out with him and was like really there for him a few years ago, and just posted a really sweet message about her, not addressing what happened at all or just anything. He was just saying how she's been so great to him over the years, basically. And you could tell that he posted it in response to her video, because she was saying how, you know, heartbroken she was and just things like that. So, sorry about that. So, you can tell that it was in response. So either, number one, it's real. Number two, it's not real, and she just didn't tell Shane yet. Or number three, it's not real, and Shane is just kind of playing into it. I don't know. I want to find out. I wish, and afterwards, like after I saw the video, I did try to like find or go to any social media that like the Vlog Squad and everybody it would be posting to see if there was any clues or anything like that, but I couldn't find any, so it was just like whatever. Anywho, I feel like, I guess last time I looked, I had like 20 minutes left, and now it looks like I have 13 minutes left. So, I think I'll go ahead and end this now, because, you know, that was a nice long rant to go on for this car ride, and I don't have much longer. By the way, my hair is like drying. It's not like greasy, and it's gonna look kind of crazy. So if it doesn't get better, I'm probably gonna have to throw it up in a ponytail holder. But anywho, that's why it looks kind of crazy. I didn't do anything to it except put like smoothing cream and stuff like that in the ends, and I'm just letting it air dry, so we'll see how it turns out. So anyway, guys, that's all for now. I'm H-Low. Peace.